much have you guys missed Brunson?
A lot. I mean, amazing guy, amazing player, for sure.
Are you surprised at what's happening in Dallas?
I am surprised, but I honestly have no comment about that. It's definitely surprising.
What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and we got to talk more Jalen Brunson, Luka Doncic today. Now, guys, there's a lot of bullet points here. It even goes so far as saying that Luka Doncic is requesting or will request a trade in 2024 if the roster isn't upgraded tremendously and they don't show significant improvements. Well, we also got to talk about Mark Cuban talking about it got messy when Jalen Brunson's father got involved, the contract negotiations and everything. We're going to go through that timeline and show that Mark Cuban is lying pretty much, or not being 100% truthful, because he had glowing things to say about his father, man. And Jason Kidd talking about the tank job. We're about to talk about all of this. Check these videos out, and I'm going to be back with more commentary.
How confident are you about being able to retain Jalen Brunson as part of this team?
We can pay him more than anybody, and I think he wants to stay, and that's most important. I think, again, J. Kidd has a big part to play in that. I think JB blossomed as a player as much as anybody on the squad. I mean, from where he was last year to how far he came this year is a tribute to Jalen and how hard he worked and the support he got from his dad and his family and, his girlfriend, but also what he was able to learn from J. Kidd. And I think, he recognizes that, and, I think he wants to stay.
That extension wasn't offered, from my understanding, until after the trade deadline. And by that time, you were having a monster season, and you sort of bet on yourself.
It's something that we were actually just talking about with my dad. We were on vacation. We went to Jamaica, and kind of the same time the year before. And as soon as we got there, I was like, Dad, you remember last time we were here, we were talking about signing the extension as soon as we get the opportunity. He was like, yeah. We basically just doubled that. I love my time in Dallas. Wanted to be in Dallas. I thought I was going to be in Dallas for a long time. And then, like you said, I started having a monster season. And I went to them before they officially offered it to me. And then by then it was kind of too late. And it was like the business came knocking on the door.
And that claim is supported by one of Jalen Brunson's best friends, Chris Jenkins. Now, if you don't remember Chris Jenkins, he hit that clutch shot against the North Carolina Tar Heels to win the championship for Villanova back in the day. And he had this to say, pretty much saying that Mark Cuban is capping on what he's saying about Jalen Brunson's father, saying that, Jalen went to them before, and that's what Jalen just said to J.J. Redick. Now, we're going to continue on that later, because I'm going to come back and summarize all of this, but let's talk about the open, blatant tank job the Dallas Mavericks did last night. And a lot of people came from Slovenia to watch Luka Doncic play. I guess this is a tradition. They come like the last game of the season. They come throughout the season to see Luka, his people from his native land. They'll come see him and everything, and they did a tank job, and Jason Kidd didn't sound too happy with it, and it seems like a lot of people's on a different page, and Luka is actually, they're saying Luka may request a trade, so it's a lot of rift going on, because in his mind, he's probably feeling like, oh, y'all trying to get Wembanyama, or you moving on from me, so he probably got some of those feelings too. Check this out.
Can I ask one question?
Yes, sir.
You had hundreds of fans from Slovenia tonight in the arena. They're trying to learn, to understand what happened tonight. You feel sorry for them in any way, because the game probably wasn't as they expected before they traveled for thousands of miles and a lot of money?
Yeah, that's a tough call. It's a great question. I don't think Luka played last year. And so just understanding he wanted to play and he played, but just understanding there's a different plan in place and things change in the league quickly. And so things changed this morning with the direction that we were going into. And so unfortunately, not unfortunately, but he's part of the team, and he has to understand that, and he did. But he played 14 more minutes than he did last year when this game took place.
Do you agree with the decision?
Yes, those are my bosses, so yes.
So one thing I read earlier this week is Mark Cuban was talking about earning Luka's trust for him to sign long term. They said obviously they want him long term, but they have to earn his trust. And Luka was on record saying, no, if there's a chance I'm gonna play, we playing as long as there's still a chance. But the Mavericks organization felt different. They want to go in a different direction with this roster, and they feel like they need to either trade assets and get more draft picks or build a younger roster with young talent. But see, that's what they've been doing here lately, and I feel like they drafted Josh Green, got a lot of young players and everything. At this point, you'd be trying to put established players and vets around Luka, and they're saying they're gonna run it back with Kyrie, so around Luka and Kyrie if you plan on extending him. But the obstacle is, does Luka want to play with Kyrie? There's already concern that he's talking about requesting a trade in 2024. So my question is, what direction are you going in? Now, we heard Luka at the beginning of this video, and I played it on several other videos, say that he misses Jalen Brunson a lot. And Jalen Brunson saying that he wanted to stay in Dallas, and you got Mark Cuban saying that things got messy when his father was around. But it's hard for me to understand, if you had his bird rights and all he wanted was 4 years, $56 million, how couldn't you retain him? And I personally, as a basketball fan, love that y'all didn't keep him, for the record. I love seeing Jalen Brunson do his thing in New York and not have to play shooting guard or small forward because Luka's always got the ball. I really enjoy that. But as far as y'all as an organization, he used to clean up a lot of Luka mistakes, and you traded away the type of players. I always say this about ball dominant players. The Dorian Finney-Smiths and all those people, like, yeah, he needed a talent upgrade. Okay, this is what people talking about. Give him a Kyrie Irving, someone who can score, right? Well, you lose. Luka's not a great defender, so you lose the players that can guard the people to stop them from scoring. So Luka's scoring can mean something. And Kyrie's not going to do that for you. So people need to slow down sometimes when they talking about upgrading talent. Even if you look at the Sixers, this is just my opinion. I know some people see it differently, but if you look back on Iverson's teams, they were talking about talent upgrades, this, that, and the third. But those Tyrone Hills, the Dikembe Mutombos, all those guys were defensive players, Aaron McKee, and they didn't require a certain amount of shots. See, now, if you got somebody else that want 25 shots playing with someone like AI, the team wouldn't have worked as well as they did. So I just, in the history of the game, I hear a lot of people talking about upgrade talent, and that can be true in some instances. But sometimes when you got a player that shoots a lot, has the ball a lot, it's not really a talent upgrade they need. They need a fit for their style of play. So, man, it's going to be interesting, though. Like, it's crazy that Mark Cuban tried to lie on Jalen Brunson, and we got these receipts saying that he went to the organization before it was time. You trying to offer him after he's blown up, after he's went to that next level as a player. You like, oh, okay, we'll negotiate now. Well, the price ain't the same as it was at the beginning of the season. You got to get things while they on sale, or you can get it at a bargain. You can't wait till he blow up. Now everybody else want him. Then you still, okay, you want that 4 year, $56 million? No, I want twice that. Him and his father. And you had these glowing things to say about the support from his father. See, people will go out there and say things not realizing the receipts still exist in today's time. He had glowing things to say about his father. Oh, now when he didn't get Brunson, and Brunson goes and blows up larger than life, they want to say that it got messy because it removes accountability from him. He don't have to take accountability for that screw up. It's okay. Everybody messes up. You have a player that got away. Every organization probably has a story for that type of incident happening to them, but this is pretty bad, man. I just want to show y'all those receipts. Knicks fans, enjoy. Y'all got the Cavs coming up. Mavs fans, you're gonna be in the lottery, so we're gonna see what they do with this roster, because I'm looking at it and you need some right now players. These young guys they about to try to go get, they want to be stars in the league too, and they gonna want max contracts. So when you draft players out of the lottery, their goal is to get to that level where they're eligible for the Supermax. So winning the championship may not be first on their mind right away, because it's too much money to leave on the table not making first, second, or third all NBA team or making an all-star team. It's just too much money left on the table with those incentives that come with that. So that's why I thought they would try to get some established vets, but we're going to see what happens, man. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments, though. Luka requesting a trade and Mark Cuban lying on Jalen Brunson. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.